Today's podcast is brought to you by Safex, the blockchain engine for e-commerce. Create unstoppable web stores powered by a privacy blockchain, turning the coins you mine into products and services that you want. The dream of truly open and borderless peer-to-peer trade led the community to create Safex. The team made blockchain using CryptoNote technology and incorporated a two-coin system. With this specially designed blockchain, cryptocurrencies are easily embedded into any shopping website. For more information, please go to safex.io today. And now for today's episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cryptocurrent. Your host here, Richard Carthon. Today, I got a really special guest that's getting ready to drop a brand new project that I'm excited to learn more about. It's in the e-commerce world, but a unique twist, bringing it to blockchain. Man, we have a really special guest. We have Daniel Dabek. How you doing today?
Hey, Richard. Doing really great. Excited to be here. Happy to talk about what we're going to talk about.
For sure, man. Well, before we dive too deep into what you got going on with Safex, how about you tell us more about yourself? Give us some background.
Sure. I got started up in, this whole kind of world because, I started working on Wall Street, trading stocks, stuff like that. I hated the fact that it was manual. The job that I was doing got me into programming. And then through computer programming, I discovered Bitcoin 2013.
Wow,
and,
early. Nice.
Yeah, right there. And then from programming 2013, I saw that cryptocurrency is not just some speculation. I saw the power that cryptocurrency had in making transactions worldwide, being able to hire people anywhere, being able to be anywhere and still settle payments 24/7. Whatever day of the week, stuff like that. And to anybody in any amount, no need to fill paperwork, etc. So I saw the power in that for people who just want to get in business. They have something to offer the world and they just want to be working and selling or trading, whatever it is. And that's what I saw crypto doing. So basically removing the red tape. That's been my driving factor in why I'm all in crypto these last 7 years and counting.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you have a background from Wall Street that made you then pivot into the development world. But I mean, just seeing like how, me, myself, I came from a finance background, did wealth management, and just seeing when I learned about cryptocurrency and like how disruptive it is and how I call it a great equalizer because any and everyone has access to money and can really change their lives. And just like you said, at any given point, you become your own bank. You now have that access to do what you want with your money. There's it has legs. And so you said back in 2013, you started to go in this direction. You're deciding like, okay, I want to figure out a path to start a career in this market. So like to walk us through that. So, you leave Wall Street, now you're a developer. How did you weave your way into creating your own company?
Yeah, exactly. The first things that I was doing was building little wallets, like manipulating Bitcoin, how to generate keys and forming transactions and making some of the first things that I was working on was like 3D wallets. So video game versions of wallets. Wow. And I was at in 2014 at the Bitcoin meetup in San Francisco, showing the likes of Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, my little thing, and passing around a phone. There's some video circulating on the internet about that. Later on, I got into making a video game as a trading platform, so you could run around the New York Stock Exchange, and that was very exciting. But that was a little bit too early for the industry.
Yeah.
It's like you had 500,000 people max using crypto. So you didn't really have too much enthusiasm for like the games is cool, but it's not. So you're asking how to get you try things right. And you present them and you see what people like and don't like, or is there a market for this? Maybe I'll do it later. So do I still have a bunch of games in my repertoire? Yes, I still have a bunch of games, a bunch of ideas. And
like you said, the timing wasn't there yet. But exactly. But you just said you discovered a market. You knew that people liked it, but you're just early.
Just early. So what I did, I took all the fundamental stuff that I would have put like API connectivity to exchanges, the crypto key management, and created the Safex wallet. And we created a community of people who wanted to build, we mutually wanted something to exist. We wanted a marketplace embedded in a blockchain. Like, that simple. Bunch of people gave me like insignificant amount of money early on, but insignificant in the scope of how big our stuff has become. You see what I mean? But obviously everything stems from somewhere. Everything has its root. So I'm eternally grateful. We launched one of the first, at the time called crowd sales. Today they call them ICOs. Back then we didn't know what's going to happen, in terms of like, how do we do this? So I sold 99% of all the tokens. I don't want to make a company or some kind of unregistered security kind of thing. So we basically formed like a cooperative, right? Now things are more understood. People launching ICOs and they file the correct paperwork and, they get to make an actual company. So there's a lot of, there's no asphalt road to getting ahead, but I wouldn't we've been very successful. Safex was a massive success speculatively, but it's only now launching. If you caught me 2.5 to 3 years ago, I would be saying, hey, I'm just now getting the monitors for the programmers. You know what I mean? We're just
right.
You see,
it's been a journey, but like along the way, you've had to figure it all out. Just like you said, there wasn't a clear cut path. There was no clear road of like, how do I even set this up? So you were figuring a lot of it out. You were having the growing pains of just understanding, money management of how do I build this thing, staying lean, but still getting the product out, which now is the exciting part because here we are, right?
Product is done. Exactly.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So just for everybody who doesn't know, Safex is Safex fundamentally is a blockchain, its own network, right? What we did was embedded a marketplace inside of that blockchain. What does that mean? You could create an account. You can list a product for sale. You can buy that product and leave feedback. That's fundamentally what the marketplace does. So then there's proof of work mining in there. There's that coin that we launched as a crowd sale in 2015. And so what to focus on? Like, we have the token earns 5% of every sale gets put into a pool. So the token can collect from that pool and you earn kind of like a revenue stream. So let's say someone sells something for $100, $5 goes to a pool, and then however many shares of that token you collect from that 5%. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like that's like an incentive system for the platform wide. And that token was sold, 99% of it was sold for 150 Bitcoins 5 years ago. You see, so that token is out there and it's been out there. So if you heard of Safex before, that's the token people were talking about. Now, the token doesn't make the best currency. So it's kind of like paradoxical. I'm here talking about my project, but the token is not the currency. The token is like a representative token, right? It's kind of like an incentive to have a group of people, coalescing around this oasis, right, in the internet, the Safex blockchain. The Safex blockchain is the internet of commerce, essentially, right? It's the rails on which you can post with no censorship. It's like HTTP for your product listings. You see what I mean? Inside that product listing, you can put whatever you want in there. And every time it's sold, there's a pool and there's people supporting that platform. There's thousands of people having this token. And they've been, when I said you have to adapt, you have to read the market. Who's the market? It's me alongside these thousands of token holders. So we launched a proof of work. The token is not the currency, right? Token is like, membership coin. The currency then is the Safex Cash. So Safex Cash, I believe, proof of work mining is the most credible way to create a decentralized network. Why? Because if you give the power to only coin holders, the only way to seize or influence the blockchain is exclusively through holding those tokens, which is great. But if this thing is public, whoever has those tokens already controls everything, and there's nothing you're going to do about it except paying them money for their tokens. right? And that could become infinite. So then if we treat a blockchain as something public, then we should be able to affect it from the public, which means we can go buy machines and start mining. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But that also has a three-dimensional limitation by heat, electricity, right? And square footage. Heat, electricity, square footage, right? So you're a limit. You can't just fill a skyscraper. You can't just, stack mining to the moon, because it'll light on fire. You just can't do it. So there's a physical limitation to how involved you can be in trying to disrupt a public blockchain through proof of work mining. Yeah, that's my belief. So that's why we launched the Safex Cash. And the Safex Cash also doesn't follow the traditional model for mining where, like Bitcoin, only if you're first, you win, right? Only if you heard about it first, you could go mine it. Same with all the other coins, right? Safex Cash, on the other hand, we discovered, obviously through years of cryptocurrencies. So that's why it's good that we launched in 2018 the proof of work mining part of it, not anytime sooner. And it's good that we're already breaking it in. Why? We start out with one level of reward, then we increase it next year, and we increase it next year for 7 years. So that as people, like if you're watching this video right now, we have a special purpose operating system. You could turn any computer into a Safex Cash miner, and the block reward increases every year. So as you're hearing about this, till the 5 more years, you're actually advancing yourself because you're going to be mining a bigger share of coins. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And why is that? So when you invested in your mining this year, you're not stressing about next year. Next year is going to be more coins. Even if there's more competition next year, there's still more coins. So, you're not like leveled on your face. You see what I mean? So, so far that's working out really well. So far, people discounted the first year and people got a lot of share for not too much effort. This year, totally different story. Like people saw that model, jumped on board, and then more people jumped on board, and now in August, you'll have a reward increase and it'll level off all this competition that just poured in. You see what I mean? And then more competition will jump in, and then the same thing ought to happen once again. You see, so the dynamic is different. People are not late by discovering us over time. And that was the point. I believe that Satoshi Nakamoto created that incentive to distribute the lion's share of the coins early on, strictly because he needs people inspired to do it. But we already know cryptocurrency mining is a thing. I'm not here to inspire you about exclusively cryptocurrency mining. I'm here to inspire that there's a better model for cryptocurrency mining than the ones that we've already been having.
Yeah, so that's interesting. You're putting a new twist on mining and finding ways to incentivize people on your platform to collect your coins while still utilizing the platform. So there's 2 routes I want to go. First, let's stay on mining for a second. Then I want to get back to the platform itself, the eCommerce blockchain. So as people are beginning to mine this, is the utility of having these coins from a tradable aspect? Is it so that they can then use it to buy things on your platform? With now earning these coins, how am I now going to go and use them?
So you mine those coins, you could sell them to the exchange, but you could also use them to buy stuff, right? So you don't have to ever sell them on the exchange. Just go find the things you like and go buy stuff. The other thing is, if you want to sell things, you need a minuscule amount of the coin. So in actuality, if you did go and start mining Safex Cash, within a few hours, you'd have enough coins to open up a store. You know what I mean? You'd need just a fraction of money. So imagine you're in the middle of nowhere, you have an internet connectivity, you have a decent computer enough that you get a couple coins. That's enough to list literally a couple Safex Cash coins is enough to start listing 100 products. It's going to cost you a 0.02 SFX per transaction of a new product listing. Depends how much data you put in it. You see what I mean?
Well,
Oh, wow.
let's stay there for a second. So now we're talking about the e-commerce side itself. So someone comes onto your platform and they want to sell a thing. They want to set up a marketplace. Now, is the marketplace living on Safex itself? Is it that I can now take the marketplace and put it on my own website? Like, tell me about that interface. Like, tell me how that operates.
The marketplace literally lives inside the blockchain, right? So all the data, whenever, like when you send a Bitcoin transaction, you want to sell something, you tell the blockchain you're plugging the data permanently into the blockchain, right?
Right.
So what does that mean? Now, like any block explorer, it can go and read everything and pull it out and put it on a website. You see what I mean? So what did I do? I'm providing everybody a API, right? And that API scans the blockchain in real time. And you can download the software at github.com/Safex. And the point is that if you configure this, what you'll be able to do is approve of just only your account. You see, so this software, when you spin it up, it'll download all the data from the blockchain. Then you can go in and filter only your information, and then you will now have a website with all your products pulled directly from the Safex blockchain. You see?
That's pretty neat.
It's a catalog for all the things of our earth. It's a global, uncensorable catalog for everything people want to put in.
Got it. Okay. So for example, let's say, who's your ideal customer, right? So if it's somebody that wants to come and sell any kind of product, like if it's like your random influencer that wants to now sell their own makeup lines, like
yes.
who's the person that wants to come and use it?
Exactly. So imagine this, right? You got to go on Amazon, you got to set up your account, all kind of stuff. You get paid later. You know, there's so many hurdles with existing centralized platforms. On Safex, you plug in some coins, click a few buttons, you're online. Like that's unlike anything. Now, the next part, you want to buy something, you want to sell something to somebody. So the only friction you have now is the cryptocurrency part of it. But as we know, eventually people acquire cryptocurrency. Safex ever becoming more available on more places to buy it. You know, we listing on exchanges by now should be about, 3-4 new exchanges by now, trading Safex Cash, and eventually for credit card, fingers crossed. So the point is that when you're an influencer selling merchandise and you want people to buy it and you want to get paid and start investing that money immediately, you need something like a Safex marketplace, because then people are able to pay you, you're paid instantly, and the rest is history. Like that's that. Money's with you. You can start investing that money now. So ideal people are people who don't want to pay a subscription, people who don't want to pay anything, people who just want to sell stuff, get valuable currency in exchange for it in real time. That's literally who I'm looking to impose this marketplace as a vendor. People who want to be on the cutting edge, people who want a second option to sell stuff, people who sell things that are legal but they're not acceptable. You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha.
Yeah, people selling things that Amazon like here, watch this one. You couldn't buy a face mask in COVID, not because it's illegal, because they don't want you price gouging, but then what do? We actually need it though. So what? Punish everybody because of price gougers? You see what I'm like? We won't be able to do that. Safex blockchain is like omnipresent. It doesn't judge. It doesn't know. It's just text inside.
Got it. Yeah, so it's allowing any and everyone to come and set up a marketplace that they can set up pretty instantaneously, and then have a way to have a quick transaction and make sure that everything is going pretty seamlessly. So sounds like a unique blockchain, and like looking forward to definitely checking out. And I mean, by the time everyone is listening to this, it should be live and ready to go. Are there any things that people should know about as they listen to this and want to get involved and want to start using this?
Yeah, the best thing that you can do, you can download the TWM wallet on safex.org, and then get some free coins to get going at safex.org/faucet. So you're watching this, that would be live. You just put your address, get the wallet, get an address, plug it in, hit the button, and you'll be on your way to start selling stuff. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
and we'll make sure to drop a link in the show notes for everyone listening, and of course everyone that's listening. We're also recording this to where you can watch it on YouTube. So if you haven't yet, go check us out there. Make sure you like and subscribe. But also, just want to go in another quick direction. The next decade for the world of crypto, I think, is going to be extremely exciting, and I think we're going to see a lot of innovation. I think we're going to see a lot more adoption. As we are leaving 2020 and heading into 2021, what are some things in the space that, you're looking out for and that you think that the general crypto space is headed?
So the last 3-4 years, I would say the last 5 years were really about, analyzing what's going to happen in this industry. My point of view, my perspective is all about the physical, the three-dimensional side of things. So we set up all these, how would we call this? These like metaphysical representations of, the internet. It's like, how would you represent the internet, right? As a token. A token is a brilliant representation of an underlying protocol. It really is. So the thing is that for me, though, I saw that cryptocurrency is so important to human beings, to make them more efficient, to move further down the road, doing more in the process, right? Like you could walk a mile and do one task, or you could walk a mile and do 10 tasks. And I believe that cryptocurrency allows you to walk a mile doing 10 things. You see, because you could connect to people worldwide, you could get access to more information, more products, more opportunities of listings, because there's hardly any cost associated with even promoting your product that it exists. So that'll let the world do more. You see? Yeah. So cryptocurrency definitely lets the world do more. And I'm very sure about that. There will be lots of people earning cryptocurrency, not just buying cryptocurrency and holding it. I mean, literally earning it and building business upon it. And that's why I'm always online, because like I'm living proof of somebody. Yes, I'm in the software business, you see, and I'm literally, my wares are software, but by now you could buy my teacups, on the marketplace. I'm going to be all about selling normal things that people use every day, not just novelty items, but also coming up with all kind of lifestyle products and stuff like that. What's the point? This is the direction crypto is going. It's not going to be just buying some coin and speculating. This thing is going to end up in those payment terminals. You have QR code pop up, scan that thing, send some crypto, and you got your groceries. Like, it has to go in that direction, because you'll start finding people who end up with savings in crypto, but absolutely nothing in their checking account. And then what? If you give the option to buy groceries with the crypto, well, like think about how many, you probably gave free Bitcoin to people, right?
Yeah.
Rich. Yeah,
definitely.
So watch this. 2014, I gave a bunch of homeless people like $20. You know what I mean?
In
but
Bitcoin?
That was like a point one. It's like a 0.1. That's $2,000. You see what I mean? Yeah. So imagine that person doesn't have money in their checking account, but they got this Bitcoin. So now imagine the price goes 5x on Bitcoin. I know we're jumping in Bitcoin, but who cares? So let's talk about Bitcoin for a second. It goes 5x, right? So this 2,000 is now 10,000. That's like the year of groceries or more. You see what I mean? Why wouldn't a grocery store start taking Bitcoin? You see that?
When you're forced, and when you have enough people using a thing, people adapt. Yeah. And it's the same way that you think that we're moving towards a lifestyle where crypto is going to be a part of just everyday lifestyle. And you're right. People aren't going to have checking accounts. They're going to have crypto wallets. And that's where a lot of their money is going to be stored. And if you're a grocery store, you're any store that doesn't accept it, you're going to get left in the dust. And the ones that are proactive and do it, they're going to keep chugging along. And I do see it as the more people use it, as the demand grows, the world's going to adapt.
Yeah. So we concur. Yeah. So yeah, if you ask my horizon, yeah, that's it. It's a more physical, more normal usage of crypto. That's what I see. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I think
crypto are smarter, stronger, faster group of people. It's internet. It moves at the speed of light. It moves at the speed of light. Literally. Yeah. There's no generation ever had that experience before.
Technology is advancing so fast. The amount of opportunity in space for money and even the transferability of money and the fact that you have as much power for yourself with money. We're in a new uncharted territory, and we're headed to a place where I think access to knowledge and understanding how to get involved sooner than later is going to be very beneficial. And so, I really do appreciate you joining us today, telling us about Safex and all the ways that people can get on, earn from proof of work, the coins, also be able to set up their own marketplaces very quickly with their own catalogs. But, tell us, what is a final thought that you want to leave with all of our listeners here today?
Yeah, the most important thing is to, like you said, learn. The most important thing is to get information about cryptocurrency, to learn how to use it, to learn practical examples of accessing the market, right? So what I do hope to see is people tune in to crypto, take it slowly but surely. And hopefully you have a product to sell, or you find something that you'd love to buy, and you can get some crypto, buy it from somebody on the marketplace, and experience this, very real practical use case in our community as a crypto community. You see, it's not about coming to speculate and hoping you won the lottery. You see what I mean? It's about life and normal everyday things too. There's also those lottery tickets out there, I'm sure. I don't know which ones they are, but at least on Safex, you could, buy a steak or something if you're in the US, or you could get a trout if you're in the United States, or a teacup from my shop. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and if you have something nice to sell, let's go. Feel free to reach us. And if you needed help to get online, we're more than happy to help.
Awesome.
That's the thought. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great final thought. Everyone listening, definitely go check out Safex as they launch and see how you can get involved. But hey, Daniel, what are some ways that people can connect with you, learn more about you, and of course, learn more about Safex?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can hit up safex.org. Twitter is a big place we communicate. Twitter.com/Safex. And you could reach out to me, twitter.com/Dan Dabek, DANDABEK. I'm sure it will be a link. Yeah.
Definitely have the links in the show notes. Well, again, Daniel, really appreciate you being on the show. And of course, for everyone listening, stay cryptocurrent. Hey, cryptocurrent crew, you asked and we delivered. We have received multiple requests for access to cool crypto and blockchain projects that you could use immediately. Well, we have recently launched our partnerships page. If you go to our website and go to the partnerships tab, you'll be able to see multiple companies that have partnered with us to not only give you access to the cool products that they have to offer, but then also give you cool discounts to get started today. So please go to our website, go to the partnerships tab, and check out the various partners that we have today. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. For more information on today's episode and all of our episodes, please visit us at www.crypto-current.co. You can also find a link in the show notes. Want to stay up to date in the latest news in cryptocurrency? Sign up for our newsletter today. You'll receive daily emails Monday through Friday that are personalized and curated content specific to you and your interest, powered by artificial intelligence. You can either go to our show notes or go to our website to sign up today. Are you an accredited investor looking to invest in cryptocurrency? Crescent City Capital can help. Go to crescentcitycapital.com for more information. I don't know if you've noticed, but the quality of our podcast each week are improving. I can only thank my amazing producer, Andrew DeRitter with DeRitter Productions, who has been putting all of this together. If you have any podcast, music, or audio needs, please go to DeRitterProductions.com. That's DERITTER Productions.com.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Cryptocurrent with exciting developments from the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency next week. But until then, stay cryptocurrent.